So first to come through, coming into the Equitrek Arena any second now, will be Rosie Thomas with MHS Nebraska. Rosie riding for Nikki Cooper, this 10-year-old gelding by Master Imp, out of a Flagmount King there. And Rosie is well known for riding Barry's Best in 10 CCI 4-stars. This combination competed in the CCI 3-star at Bramham in June. So coming in now into the ring, Rosie Thomas, the first in this Equitrek CCI 3-star show jumping phase. Rosie comes forward on a score of 119.5. (482 meters, 78 seconds, the time allowed. So 4 jumping penalties, a time of 78.65, one-time penalty for Rosie Thomas. So she moves on to a score of 124.5. Next to come forward is number 313. That is Julian Trevor Roper with his own Nikos. 16-year-old gelding by Swardo Abril. Julian comes forward on a score of 98.5. So just the second last down. 4 jumping, 3 time, 80.36 the time for Julian Trevor Roper, so 7 to add, moves on to 105.5. Now we have number 309. This is Gabriella Vaughan riding her own cufflink, 10-year-old by Chico's Boy. They come forward on a score of 88.7. Twelve jumping penalties, 5 time penalties, 82.60 for Gabriella Vaughan and Cufflink. So into the Equitrek Arena now comes number 312. This is Caroline Clark with her own Touch Too Much, 10-year-old by Imperial Heights, coming forward on a score of 80.9. Clear inside the time for last year's 2-star winner Caroline Clark, and Touch Too Much moves to a score of 84.9 as we're into the top 3 now. And this is number 305 coming forward, Alice Dunstan. Alice riding Sarah Dunstan's Sambo the Third, 12-year-old gelding by Jumbo. They start on a score of 78.4. So 8 jumping penalties, just inside the time, 77.73 seconds for Alice Dunstan Sambo. Now looking to go better than she did last year when she finished 4th in the 3-star, Louise Harwood, with Balladeer Millerman riding for Ali Haynes, this 10-year-old son of Storm Hill Miller. Starts off on 76.8. Four jumping penalties and what may be a costly 3 time penalties for for Louise Harwood and Balladeer Millerman. So our leader overnight, Simply Smart and Hazel Towers, come forward on a score of 75.8. Hazel Towers riding this 10-year-old mare by Major Gold. Just the 4 jumping faults there for Hazel Towers, 72.37 seconds, nothing to add time-wise. So that Hazel Towers on to a score of 79.8, which looks as though it's good enough to take the Equitrek CCI 3-star from Louise Harwood and Balladeer Millerman. They're on 83.8. Just ahead of Caroline Clark, touch too much. They scored 84.9, and in 4th place Alice Dunstan and Sambo on 86.4. 5th to Julian Trevor Roper on 105.5. Gabriella Vaughan dropping into 6th at 105.7, and Rosie Thomas 7th place MHS Nebraska on 124.5.